Tony Adams, David Platt, the captain, and Peter Beardsley. The other 8 before tonight had started just 19 games between them for the senior side. Better late than never is the motto for Arsenal's Steve Bold and Kevin Richardson of Aston Villa as they make their debuts at the age of 31. Tim Flowers and Rob Jones are given the opportunity to add to their limited experience at this level, and with Paul Gascoigne an absentee, sadly for some time, there will be much interest in the performance of Paul Merson. Jerry, a look at the formation.
Well, it's exactly the same as they played for the Denmark game, and you know, the players have come in, the 5 different players have come into those sort of system. Jones, Merson, Richardson, Bold and Flowers. So I expect it to be the same as the Denmark game.
The officials, Air Shearer referee Jim McCluskey, and in the strengths and weaknesses of Greece, who are in Scotland's group for the European Championship qualifiers. A welcome also to our viewers on SBS Australia, where expatriates of both England and Greece are plentiful and passionate about their football teams. Well, it's going to be slippery out there, and the rain has been falling heavily. Tony Adams losing his balance, and England rather fortunate to survive that with extraordinary debut against Denmark. Rob Jones linking from right back. A chilly night at Wembley. The rain has been falling heavily for most of the day, although it's eased off a little as kickoff approached. Here's Bold. Merson. Mistake midway through the first half. Well, the debut was terrific, and now with the help of Graham Lasso down the left, Darren Anderton poaches a goal to give England first blood here.
Obviously the young keeper feels disappointed. It's a good little ball in, but he's really got that covered, and he drops the ball, and Darren's, you know, on the spot there. He's alive and he's put it away. Just come out of his hands there on the bounce. 1-0 to England.
So
if the colours are lucky, you won't mind what strip they wear. That's the main thing.
And here's Anderton tackling back. Well, wait for some support. Merson just got his ankles clipped there, and England have a free kick.
Good response by the Greeks, though, from the goal. Comes across Jones and Adams, and really doesn't quite bounce right, or something happens there where he has to come back out.
Maclas, who plays in Crete for the Offi club, son of a former professional player. And Siantakis, who had just turned wide on the stretch by Merson, who comes in, as he often does for Arsenal, of course, from a position on the left.
Great ball from Beardsley. Good run from Merson, didn't quite connect right with it there. But I mean, he's been very quiet at the moment, Merson, hasn't he? It's the first only number of times he's touched the ball since it started. Good ball in though.
Well, takes it up for England and really lets fly, and the goalkeeper's handling there was very good. A fair shot from the footballer of the year. Slipping again at a key moment. The pitch is still relatively firm. The drainage here at Wembley is excellent. Kolitsidakis. And Greece getting into trouble again of their own making. This is Platt. Beardsley! What a popular goal that is. 2-0. And it really crowns the comeback of Peter Beardsley. It's his first England goal since 1990 in the early matches under Graham Taylor, but Greece should have cleared it. Platt did splendidly and was well aware of the positioning of Peter Beardsley, who had a tap in.
Well, Boy Jones did very well there. The four was very, very casual there, which sometimes the Greeks can be, and he's done well, put it in the Platt. Great little turn, waits his time, picks Beardsley out really well, and that's you know, a great goal from England's point of view.
Well, Beardsley, who's been finding goal scoring easier than ever for his club Newcastle, as I was losing out to Anderton. It's Platt, it's the goalkeeper, it's Shearer's header, is it going to drop in? Oh, wonderful save by Gascoigne when Alan Shearer was sure he'd scored.
That's a tremendous save. Two great saves, really.
Richardson, crease all over the place at the moment. England piling on the pressure now, the bit between their teeth. Platt, whose first shot was saved. Anderton hoisted up, the goalkeeper started to come. Decided to leave it to Kalintzakis, as Shearer was on hand again. England have a corner.
The keeper's made up for the error earlier on with two great saves there.
Anderton takes. Kalintzakis with the header. Well, the double save from Gascoigne when David Platt was lining it up.
Well, it's not the best of crosses. Looks like he's going to cut it out, but he seems to slip and miss it, and then Platt sticks his leg out. This looks to go all the way. He gets off his feet really well. Great save. Onto the bar and away. It's amazing what a second goal like the cup final on Saturday can do. You know, you go 1-0 down, and then the second goal is a real killer sometimes for teams.
Well, that's Anderton gives the signal. And the Spurs man looks for the Arsenal contingent in the middle. And comes back in from Merson after Adams had the original header. Kalintzakis brings down Alan Shearer with little more than a minute to go to half-time. And England with a golden opportunity to really cement their position.
Definite penalty, Martin, isn't it? As clear-cut as the first one Saturday, I think, in the cup final.
Well, as this end of the ground at Wembley Stadium is becoming the place for penalties. Two for Manchester United here on Saturday, taken so well by Eric Cantona. England's captain, David Platt, has the responsibility here. Here goes Platt. Yes! 3-0! Well, it didn't start too promisingly the first half for England. Greece quickly into their stride, but now...
Good penalty, isn't it? Little feint here. Just puts it the other side, just to get the goalkeeper moving. It makes you wonder, really. I mean, obviously Greece topped their group and they're in the World Cup finals, and there are a lot of other teams there that really, on our day, England are more than a match for, and we're not going. So it's a disappointing scenario from that point of view, I think.
Lasso. Beardsley. Still England have it with Lasso. Well, it took out the goalkeeper, the cross, but Shearer, who was the only attacker in the penalty area, stayed. Now Shearer, is this the moment for him or for Platt? 4-0. A second for David Platt. And this remarkable ratio of goals from a player who's primarily a midfield man. An assist for Shearer.
Well, keeper does well there against Anderton. He actually gets a touch to this one there, misdirects it there to Platt, and Shearer must wonder what he's got to do. But again, defensively here, you know, they're at 6s and 7s, they don't know what they're doing, and Shearer just lets it run there to Anderton. Good save. And the keeper gets up and gets a hand to it, but just directs that to Platt's head. Thanks very much.
Do you think, just going back to Steve Bold, Jerry, knowing that Terry Venables is a coach who, just to pause as you see again Anderton's shot and how wide it was, Terry Venables is known as a coach who works the back four and likes to see them push up, that maybe Steve Bold's got the edge over Gary Pallister in that particular way of playing?
Well, I'm sure he's looking at it as a joint thing, because they worked so well together. I mean, the whole back four with Dixon and Winterburn worked so well together at Arsenal. And Terry does like them to squeeze the play. And obviously having that understanding with the two centre-halves, they let the two full-backs stay in front of them a little bit and then just squeeze them up and talk all the time. If you watch the game, they're doing the same thing. So I'm sure that's what Terry's had a look at to see how it works.
And Darren Anderton has done his job tonight. And Matt Le Tissier, who perhaps, with the greatest respect to other players at Southampton, has almost single-handedly been the saviour of the Saints with 25 league goals, to take him to 100 for the club. Terry Venables with a cheeky comment to Anderton as the player passes the coach.
Probably told him he'd give him the full bonus. I must have had a word with him.
Not quite for Paul Merson. Gives an extra point of interest for the time that remains. Others have felt that Le Tissier perhaps doesn't have the application for international football. I think what he's done over the second half of this season as captain of Southampton would maybe argue against that.
Well, he's been tremendous, some of the goals he's scored, some of his play. And as you say, you know, he's been very instrumental in the fact that Southampton stayed up anyway.
There he is. And listen to the reaction. The fans love him. They know that any moment something really special could happen. Merson, still not for Shearer. Centre on a hat-trick. Oh, Shearer's got one! It's sliced past Karkamanis. It's 5-0. A very deserved goal for the player who works unselfishly in this system for the good of the team overall.
Well, I mean, I'm really pleased for Alan Shearer because he's worked ever so hard. Hasn't quite gone for him in terms of chances there, but he's hit that well. But before that, he was clearly 5 or 10 yards offside as they squeezed up, but he ran along the line, bent his run, and managed to get back onside when the ball was played.
What's David Platt offside?
He looked a little bit offside there, yeah. But we won't say anything about that, Martin.
Well, we don't have to, really. The linesman didn't spot it. But Platt, as Shearer strikes it, will we see Platt? Not from that angle. But a goal it is. And it's Alan Shearer's first for England since he recovered from his knee injury. And all revelling in this, Le Tissier. And for Alkaitas Panagoulias, the temple of football, he calls this. Not somewhere where he will want to come and worship again in a hurry.
No, I think that's...
Beardsley. Lasso trying to whip it in quickly. Was blocked by Karataidis, the number 12. Platt. Kofidi. Peter Beardsley departs for Ian Wright. Kostis comes on for Kofidis for Greece. Ian Wright's season virtually started here in the Charity Shield with Arsenal. Seems a long time ago now. He got a goal that day. It could take a free kick. Adams claiming. Jim McCluskey pointing for a corner. Right, this for England. Karkamanis almost helping the cause further. Nioplias Saravakos had to come back to avoid being offside, although he was only just in the England half. Quick change of direction by Karataidis. End of the season it may be, but there's a real zest about England in this performance. I suppose the hardest again. It's too deep for Ian Wright. Others are arriving for England. Merson, now Wright! Kostis. Just sum it up finally for us, Jerry, from your point of view.
Well, from the time the first goal went in, there was only one team in it and one team going to win it. And England have done it in some style, particularly the second half. And just watching play there, Adams bring the ball out. But, you know, Terry's been able to give quite a few players a lot of international football. With Le Tissier coming on, Wright again. I'm sure he'll be delighted with the 2 games.
And it's been a success for the team. I mean, obviously the individuals have done well, but it's been spread, that
yeah,
level of
very
performance.
much a team effort, you know, but I'm sure that Terry is trying to blood people. He's blooded quite a few people today. The likes of Richardson, Bold, Tizzy having only a few minutes before today.
Blocks off Richardson, still being vigilant. It might have been handball, an advantage in any case. Offside Saluhidis, and we're into stoppage time. It's 2 out of 2 for Terry Venables, another Wembley win, and this a very big one by 5 goals to 0, with England's coach casting his eyes over the range of performers, and their performers have really put on a show. 2 goals for David Platt, the first a penalty. Alan Shearer got in on the act finally with number 5. Darren Anderton had started it off, and that was the key moment in the game, really. Peter Beardsley also a scorer. Greece, with the World Cup on their minds, seeing this as part of their preparations for what they might regard as more serious action in the United States next month, but well beaten at Wembley. And after watching this, that England won't be part of the World Cup finals will really be brought home in the summer. The consolation is that there could be intriguing times ahead as the new regime address the challenge of shaping the future